The journey of my community work began back in Kenya. Growing up, I saw my parents being helpful to other members of our community, not just our immediate family. I learned that the African saying, I am because we are, and because we are, I am. And I learned that very early. When we would close school, my parents would take us to my grandmother, and my grandmother was also the same. She was so connected to the community. So then I then decided I want to go to a profession that learns about people, about community. And my dad is the one who told me it's called social work. And so then after school, primary school, secondary school, A-levels, and so on. So then I went to Kenyan Institute of Administration. That's where I got my first training as a social worker, and then came to the US and did my master's in social work. But while I was actually back in Kenya, when I finished my diploma in social work at KIA, I went to work for refugees at the Kenya Catholic Secretariat, which is an office of the Catholic bishops in Westlands. And then while I was there, I felt this sense of wanting to become a nun, and I felt I needed to be in a convent, at least as an aspirant, someone aspiring to be a nun, at least for 1 year. And after 1 year, I'll be able to reflect and pray about it and see whether I want to proceed in that calling. So when I was there for 1 year, I told the Mother Superior I need to go to a retreat, and for 7 days I was on a retreat, reflecting and praying. And after 7 days, I felt I was not called to be a nun, but I was called to be a decent human being, a conscientious human being, a caring human being who cares about other people, just like the way I saw my parents care for others, and also how I saw the nuns in the convent caring for others. But I felt in the convent, I didn't feel like I could, at the spur of the moment, be able to answer somebody's need without having to go through the Mother Superior. And so I felt I would not make a very good nun, because then I would always probably not be working very well with authority. So I told Mother Superior, I'm not called to be a nun, but I'm called to go out there and just, like I said, just be a kind human being and help others in their times of need. And so then that's how I ended leaving the convent. And then when I came to America, finished my school of social work and started working as a geriatric social worker. That's another passion of mine. Aging has always been my passion. And after working at the North Shore Senior Center, which is it's an organization in Northfield, Illinois, I felt a need to also give back to my community. And so then I asked around some of the Kenyans that I knew whether there was a women's organization. I was told no. So then I spoke to a few of my friends. One of them is Joki Kamau and Beatrice Kidwaro, who are members of the board. And you know, they supported the idea, and plus other women who I was bouncing off the idea of starting a Kenya Women Support Group. And so I was amazed at the response that I got the first day when we met as Kenyan women at the Northwestern University, courtesy of Joki Kamau, who works there up to today. She's the associate director at Northwestern University Women's Center. And so that's where the Kenya Women Support Group was launched. There were 16 women that supported me. I'll forever be grateful. And after that, in 2013, we registered it as a 501c3. And thank God for WhatsApp, because WhatsApp has also helped us to create subgroups So now we have a widows group that caters for women like myself who are widowed. Unfortunately, we've had some women become widows while here in the US. And now we have a singles women's group, we have a prayer group, we have Aging with Grace group, we have Soko. Soko is a Swahili word meaning market. And that particular group has both men and women, and it's just a place where you can post whatever you want to post. If you're looking for a babysitter, you're selling a car, or you have a question, anything, you just have to, to be conscientious about other people and post appropriate, posts, not anything inappropriate. And that's all we ask for. And so that has been going on very well, and I am so grateful that we've been able to connect with one another as Kenyans, and the Kenyan Women Support Group has been there also one-on-one for women who call us with sometimes unfortunately domestic issues or all kinds of issues that they're going through personally. So we keep that confidential. The three of us on the board are, are counselors. One of them, actually, Njoki, is a counselor, and Beatrice Kidwaro, she's a nurse, and obviously nurses keep confidentiality and privacy of their patients. So the three of us adhere to the principle of treating everything privately and everything that we hear about women. And so over the years, we've also organized events in hotels like Madaraka Day, which is a celebration of Kenya's independence. And we've also organized social events like Zilizopendwa. Zilizopendwa is just a Swahili word remembering music of the past, and so we dance the night away, New Year's Eve, and sometimes we just visit one another in individual homes. Sometimes it's somebody celebrating a birthday, or sometimes it's during sad times when one of us loses a loved one, so we go to their homes to support. And so, what I have learned is that community work is not complicated at all. You just have to find within your soul a sense of wanting to support another person. And if it's a calling, and I would say a calling from God, then it doesn't tire you, because obviously we people are complex. And we're all very different, and we come from different backgrounds. But when you have that background of spirituality and also obviously the training, in my case social work, then you learn how to navigate and to be able to accommodate every problem and every person that comes your way. And spirituality for me helps also to center me and to help me realize that I'm not just living for myself, I'm living for God and for a higher purpose. And so I'm thankful for that kind of background. And I'll always be thankful to the community for giving me the opportunity to serve and to grow and to learn about my weak areas. I like calling them areas of growth, and my strengths. And so moving forward, I'm looking forward to working together with all the volunteers that we have had in the past, and I want to take this opportunity to thank them. And if you want to volunteer in any of our programs, feel free to call us at 773-322-8063, and we'll be happy to walk together in this journey called community work. And it's a very, very fulfilling and rewarding experience. So again, I want to thank all of you for visiting our website. Give us a feedback so that we can make it better. And in the future, we would like to be able to communicate one-on-one if we can, maybe through a conference or through Zoom, which Zoom is actually one way we've been communicating with a lot of our groups. And it's been a godsend, especially during Corona. So at some point we would like to have a community event where we all can, if we can, or not everybody, but if we can, all of us come together and just share ideas of how to make our community even better. And I look forward for that time. Thank you so much for your time, and I thank my nephew Ian, who is here to study. He's going to school and he's taking this video right now. At some point he'll be interviewing me one-on-one, and yeah, and then we'll take it from there. So thank you so much, Ian, and thank you so much, my Kenyan community. Asante sana, baraka tele.